Welcome to Societal Norm, the Rebellious Society podcast. Thank you for being here. My name is Adrian Peace, and I'm here solo today without my podcast mates. And without further ado, I'm gonna just jump right into what this episode is about. It's been my experience that people are much more into the idea of change than they are change itself. And the idealistic visionary types who stand up and fight for change or fight for equality or fight for what they believe is right, they're usually either laughed at or silenced in one way or another. Many men and women have changed the world in some way or another. Someone I look up to a lot, especially being that I'm, in martial arts, is Bruce Lee. He changed the world through martial arts and through film and just being an all-around dope and original person. Many of the films we know and love today might have never been made or might have been made completely differently if Bruce Lee never graced the screen with his presence. Bruce was definitely a rebel. He went against the grain in a lot of ways and spoke his mind and didn't let anyone or anything kill the spirit inside him that made him who he was. And I believe that's the key to being successful. Success obviously can be measured in a lot of ways. For many people, happiness is their definition of success. And I personally don't believe in happiness, certainly not in the sense that the majority of society seems to think of what happiness is. And I've been quite vocal about that in my own circles, but that may be a topic of discussion for another episode. But in short, I believe that what people really should strive for is to build a life with which they are content. And the only way to do that is to ensure that you live a life where you feel free to do the things that you want to do. And finding a balance between living selfishly and living selflessly. And hopefully you can manage to live more selflessly than selfishly. We can only thrive, I feel, through helping others to thrive. What do you have to offer to the world? I believe that there is an art to everything from parenting to accounting to being a real estate agent or a retail associate to obviously music and dance or poetry and prose. You'd be surprised at all the stories and hidden knowledge and hidden passions that people have. Ordinary people who are secretly, often even to themselves, extraordinary in some way or another. Like I said, I believe that everyone is an artist in some way, and Rebellious Society is a collective of artists using art, self-expression in whatever form it may take, to create a lasting positive impact on society. We wish to create a society of rebels with a cause, and to us, being a rebel means breaking free from the brainwashing job done on us by the education system and passed down to us, normally unknowingly, by those who raised us. Breaking the cycles and shedding the norms in place in our societies that are actually hurting us. There's many ways to be a rebel in the sense of the word that Rebellious Society subscribes to. I could seriously go on and on, but hopefully you get the point. We are Rebellious Society because we don't care that it might not be the cool thing to do to fight for change in the world where change is needed, be that in the arts, in the medical field, in politics, whatever. We are Rebellious Society because we don't care that there might be rules to how a business or organization should be run or how art should look or sound. All that matters to us is that we're pushing ourselves and each other forward and helping each other, helping others to feel free and giving the misfits and the wanderers a place to belong, the honest creators a place to create, and living lives that we can be content with no regrets. If all of it turns out to have been an exercise in futility, at the very least, we've built relationships that are likely to last a lifetime. And we shot our shot instead of holding on to the ball like J.R. Smith in Game 1 of the 2018 finals. But that's neither here, although it was there. And we plan to have a hell of a time throughout the whole process, and that's including both the ups and the downs. So, this podcast really aims to prove that no matter who you are, there's something that you can contribute to a conversation about what makes up our society, or something that you can contribute to the advancement of our society. I challenge you, if you have not before, to explore the ways in which you are an artist. If you really put your mind to it and allow yourself to believe in yourself during the process, you will find something. At the very least, you may have something to say about dealing with not knowing what the hell you're good at. So in any case, we invite you to be on the show if you'd like. Whether you do or you don't, feel free to write us on rebelliousociety.com or in the comments below. For those on YouTube, feel free to slide in our DMs at Rebellious Society on Instagram, or email us at rebelliousociety89@gmail.com. This podcast may seem really random or anthological, but there's a common thread between all of the subjects we cover, and that thread is simply the people, and the fact that these topics are the threads that weave the fabric of what is society. We'll resume with normal length episodes soon, like I said, and with the occasional mini-sode, a word I hate, by the way. And we have a lot of other media too, so definitely go check out our new series For the Culture, or some of our music videos. Subscribe to see more from us. It would help us out a lot. Drop a comment below, hit like on the video. These are all suggestions. Obviously, I can't make you do it, but if you do, we will see it and we will appreciate it very much. If you help us grow, we can continue to improve the show. The next episode, I'll be sitting behind the camera as others from the podcast debate Drake versus Kanye. Who is better? Tune in to see who wins. It was a very entertaining debate. We also have episodes coming up on superhero films. You love them, you hate them, you want more of them, you sick of them. We talk about that, and art house films, and which are getting more attention, and whether or not that's a good or a bad thing. We have an episode coming up on the top 5 artists by decade, code switching, opioids, and answers to some of life's most perplexing questions. The podcast will soon be up on all DSPs, digital streaming platforms. I haven't decided yet whether it'll be a whole season at once, or if we'll do them weekly. But regardless, the episodes will remain weekly on YouTube and at rebelliousociety.com, where, by the way, you can find both the Societal Norm visual experience and the audio experience, and you can even download the audio tracks for each podcast episode. Just type in rebelliousociety.com/podcast to get there, and we'll put all these links in the description below. So much new music and new visuals on the way from C. Mays, especially him dropping Simplicity at Its Finest, SAIF, dropping this month, I believe. Marte is dropping soon, Baker dropping, Young Bake the Clout Dragon soon, and myself, I have a little something on the way as well. So be on the lookout for all of that. We can't wait to share more and continue to build and grow and get better to deliver better content. So once again, thank you for tuning in to the Rebellious Society internet radio show thing that people for some reason or another have decided to call podcasts. So until next time, be rebellious.